Hey guys, Anthony Ace Michaels back. Sorry for a little bit late video. I know it's Sunday morning, but going through these games, like I said before, the first 3 weeks, I'm just going to give out some picks. I was going over all the games. I'm going to go over my top games that I like, but the first 3 weeks, don't really get into the heavy betting, just kind of have fun. But week 4 is when we start to flourish. We figure out the teams, what they're doing, coaching, matchups. That's when we really start to click at a high winning percentage rate. So let's look for week 4, but I'll go over this like as promised. Been getting some emails, people wondering if I was going to put out some picks this week. I am. I'm going to continue to do it. I'll go through it a little bit quicker this time. I won't go too much into depth. Just for the fact, like I said, matchups are really hard to figure out right now. And, the majority of the people lose. Like I said, try to go with the underdogs in the first week. That fared very well. Another stat that was looking at going against the QB quarterbacks in week 1, that worked out pretty well. They went 0-3. That usually happens. Week 2 is a little bit different. Not to say that the underdogs are not going to win, but I'm going to kind of stick with that theory. First game that I like, I'm going to give you each time one from the noon game, Chicago time here, so that'd be 1 p.m. Eastern. Then like a 4:25 game, and then we're going to go into a Monday night game. So the games I'm looking at this week that I kind of like, that I'm going to kind of put my parlays in, splash a little bit here and there, maybe a little survivor picking. The Ravens at the Bengals. We hit it last week with the Browns just because the Bengals come out of the gate pretty slow the last 3 years, and I didn't expect anything different here from Joe Burrow and the boys. Didn't really play a lot of preseason. They are at home here. Baltimore had a pretty easy game last week, but remember, we raced last week. We focus on this week. I like the Ravens plus the 3.5. I do have the Bengals, a strong Super Bowl contender, and I do have them going maybe 0-2, definitely 0-1. I just like the matchup here. It's a rivalry game. You get the hook here. Anytime you can get 3.5, that half is called a hook. This could be a very close game. These games usually end in a 3-point victory. So I like the Ravens getting the 3.5. Lock it in. Next game I'm going to go over is a 4:25 game. Yes, it's the Jets at the Cowboys. I don't know about you. I did see that Rodgers was hurt. Didn't really faze me too much with this Jets defense. I still think they're the number 1 defense in the league. Prove me wrong. They beat Buffalo without their top quarterback. That defense was swarming crazy. There's no reason why this defense won't do the same thing in Dallas. 8.5 is just way too many points for a talented defense like this. As long as we keep the defense off the field, there's no reason why the Jets won't cover the spread. If the offense gets in a little bit of trouble and a lot of 3-and-outs, the defense could get tired. This is a good first half bet because the defense won't be hurt. I didn't look at the first half lines, but I would guess it'd be like 4.5, 5. The Jets would be getting. That's a pretty solid bet. I could see him maybe blowing it a little bit towards the end of the middle to the end of the fourth quarter as the defense starts to get tired. But let's just keep the running game going. I know that the Giants weren't able to do that last week, but again, erase all that. It was raining. No such thing as a 40-0 game with clear skies. That's just me in this modern day and age. So the Cowboys are probably not as good as advertised, and the Jets are a little bit undervalued here. So 8.5, I'm locking in the Jets. Then I'm going to go to Monday night here. There's 2 games, which they usually do on week 2 the last couple years, which I don't like because I can't watch both games because one's an hour after the other. But it's a 7:15 my time, so it would be an 8:15 Eastern. The Browns, it's the second game at the Steelers. The Browns always beat the Cincinnati Bengals in week 1. That's a stat that I usually cash in on. But looking at this, I think the Browns will come to reality check a little bit here. Steelers at home, not a horrible team. Yeah, they had a rough week 1 against the 49ers. I understand that. Everybody has a rough game against the 49ers. They're going to be a Super Bowl team, I do believe, as long as they stay healthy. But that being said, I think the Steelers at home getting the points. I love home dogs on a Monday night, especially early in the season, and it's a division game. This could be a really close game here. I do see the Steelers winning it, but always take the 2.5 just in case. I don't see it going to 3 here as these lines are moving a little bit, but I think it's going to stay pretty solid at 2.5 here. Could go to 2, late money coming on the Steelers, people losing on Sunday, trying to win their money back on Monday. But that's how I see it folding out. The rest of the games are kind of a toss-up. Bears, Buccaneers. I would probably go Buccaneers here. Didn't like this what I see from the Bears. Raiders and Bills. You know my Raiders are strong and 8 points here. Chiefs and Jaguars are the game of the week. I do see the Jaguars maybe giving the Chiefs an 0-2 start. This is a very close matchup here. Chargers and Titans. I love my Chargers, especially in this matchup. Packers and Falcons. I do think both teams, they did get the win, but they're teams that are undefeated right now that probably won't make the playoffs, so that's a toss-up. The Seahawks and Lions. Lions look pretty damn good. We'll see if they keep it up in week 2. Colts and Texans. Nothing against it, but kind of a game where fumbles, interceptions will really play a big role, I do believe, as these two teams are probably not playoff bound yet, but they are building. Giants at Cardinals, probably two of the worst teams in the NFL right now, but they're kind of, we know that the Giants are going to score here. They're not going to go scoreless again. So that being said, maybe look at the over there. I'm not sure what it is. I could look real quick. But this game, I think they're going to have to come out with some energy and a little bit of meaning, and it could end up in turnovers, but it's only 39.5. I do like the over there. 49ers at the Rams, division game. It was 8.5. Now it's 7. People are liking the Rams and what they're seeing. I just think the 49ers are too good here. Commanders at Broncos, pretty even game. I do think the Commanders come to reality. Broncos at home. Dolphins at Patriots. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is not, I know Miami is favorite, but Bill Belichick, he doesn't have the offense that he necessarily wants, but he always sticks into games, so maybe look at New England there. And then the last one is the Monday night game, the Saints at the Panthers. I do like the Panthers here. Rookie quarterback on his second game, didn't look too bad, had the lead in the first week to get the win at home as a dog. So that's my picks, guys. Check out bestsportspickstoday.com. There are some games on there, some free ones from top handicappers. And then, also tune in. I will be doing these weekly videos. I'll have one next week for you. So let's get it going, guys, and cash in.